Yo, what's up? It's your boy Raider. So, it's been a while. I'm back. I have a bit of a cold coming back, so it's been a little while since I've made a video, but we are back with the ReRollDosia. So, I want you guys in the comments. We're trying to see if we should go for the fusion. So, on the right here, we have the Mavara, the Web Diviner. And we're going to go over her kit and compare it to Theo's kit because they're pretty similar, honestly. Like, it's almost like a copy and paste, but just a little bit different. Like, the things they do are very similar. So I don't know if, like, it would be too much overlap, and that for that reason we shouldn't go for the fusion. Or I don't even know if we can get the fusion. It'll all depend on the summon rush. I'll show you the account in a minute, where we're at, yada yada. Let's go over Theo's kit real quick. We're pretty familiar with it on this account, but just real quick, she has the A1 that has a heal by 5%, a little turn meter fill for each enemy alive, and an additional for each ally alive. She does remove all debuffs, perfect veil, and then a stone skin for 1 turn. We have the lasting gifts on her, so a lot of times the stone skin will be 2 turns. And then we have a revive full team 50-50 with an unkillable on all allies for 2 turns. And then she also has the passive every 7 turns will equalize the HP of all allies. The HP level of all allies will be brought to the average, which is really weird, like when I've been using it. I wish it would just be brought up to the champion with the highest HP. The average thing is very weird, because if you have like 1 person really high and then 4 really low, it's going to average it out and they'll all just have like a medium health. I wish it would just be all the way to the max. What else on this? If there are multiple champions, yada yada. Okay, so I wonder if this will like synergize at all with the Mavara. So let's look at Mavara's skills real quick. Her A1, so Theo had an A1 that heals and does turn meter. Her A1 places a fervor for 2 turns on a random ally, except this champion. If the randomly selected ally is already under a fervor buff, places it on a different random ally. So allies under fervor have a 50% chance of joining the attack of other allies under a fervor buff. This champion will not join in any attacks. If there are multiple champions on the team with a skill, only one will activate. This skill will not activate on duplicate copies of this champion. So basically, if you have a duplicate of this champion, you know, some of this stuff won't work. So the fervor buff is really cool, and the fact that we have a 50-50 of joining in is really cool. So far with just the A1s, nothing like really like crosses over or like overlaps. It's all pretty unique. Healing, fervor buff, so we're good there. Now when we get to like the A2, and I'll scroll back up here. So we have a strengthen, which is nice, an increased res, which is also nice for 2 turns. So no overlap between them, but where we do have an overlap is equalizes the HP level of all allies. The HP level of all allies are brought to the level of the ally with the highest HP. I wish that was the same with Theodosia. So in this case, she's a little bit better. This is every 7 turns. This is on a 3-turn cooldown. So the thought is like maybe it's just a lot of like equalization going on. So it could be a good thing. It could be like that we're just equalizing the HP like a crap ton throughout the match. It could be that it isn't that great, but who knows? The 2 buffs that she brings are good. She will synergize really well with Corvus. Corvus is going to extend buffs. So Corvus will extend the strengthen and the increased res so that it will be on a 3-turn for a majority of the fight, which is nice. And then we get into the A3, which is very similar to Theodosia's A3. Revive an ally with 50-50. It's an ally. Hers is revive all dead allies. Hers cannot be used if someone isn't dead. So she has to revive to use this skill. For her, as we see, she places a perfect veil buff on an ally except this champion for 2 turns. Places an unkillable buff on this champion for 2 turns. These buffs will be placed even if no allies were revived. So this skill can be used at any time. This skill cannot. Somebody has to be dead for her to use this skill. This is on a 5-turn, books down to a 3-turn, which is really good. So on a 3-turn with a 2-turn perfect veil, Theo already does a perfect veil. So this is kind of where the overlap really starts to be like, I don't know, because one thing I'm not sure of is if the perfect veil can be buff extended. I think it can, but I'm not 100% sure. If it can't be buff extended by Corvus, then this is fine. We can just pretty much always have a perfect veil on. For the passive, for the fusion champion, for every 8 buffs the enemy team receives, increase the turn meter of allies by 20%. For every 16 buff this champion and their allies receive, heals all allies by 20% of their max HP. Which is nice. We have a lot of buffs on the team. We have her doing perfect veil. We'll have the strengthen, increased res. We'll have the magma shield from Pelops. So we should be getting this heal from the passive pretty often. And every 8 buffs on the enemy. Nothing for like clan boss or anything, but could be good, especially for the arena. I've seen a lot of people testing her out in the arena. So she could be good there. Speed in arena by 28. Speed in all battles by 25. So we'll get a little boost for arena, but other than that, we wouldn't use her aura anywhere else. So let me know in the comments, should we fuse this chick? Do you think she'll synergize well with the Theodosia's kit? The other thing I'm thinking is that if we get this champion, she has a similar kit to Theodosia, it gives me the opportunity to use Theodosia's second form more instead of her first form, because right now in a lot of content I have to like just strictly use her first form a lot, just because it's a really good form that gives a lot of healing and perfect veil and revive and yada yada. But her second form is really cool, and I use it a lot in arena, but not so much in other content. Only more like niche stuff where I need to like strip buffs. I don't really have a lot of accuracy on her. If I do get this champion, I could probably get more accuracy into my Theodosia and build her the fusion chick really fast. But like I said, we may not be able to. I'll show you the account. We'll hop in right now. All right, so we are on day 23 of logins. As far as the Ezio chase, we just picked up the 3-star soul. Then we'll get the 4-star, we'll get a primal, and then we'll be on to the 5-star soul and completed this. It will be nice to get the gear down here. Right now, I have the 5-star gear from the Errol chase on Corvus here. Corvus has pretty good HP with some defense with some flat attack. I'd like to re-roll that eventually. And then this one has HP and defense. This one also would be not a bad one to re-roll and hopefully get like accuracy and speed. But the defense is nice. The build for Corvus right now, we have speed boot that we got from the Ezio chase. We have defense with defense from a feral piece. We only got a couple feral pieces from the siege. We have crit damage, crit rate. These gloves are sick. Crit damage, crit rate. So he's not like crit capped or anything, but 73%. He's a really good like farmer for me right now. Gets the job done, has good accuracy, decent speed, good defense, good HP. So all around like not a bad build. We have Theodosia. She is rocking 218 speed, 60 accuracy. This is annoying for arena. I really need her to have more accuracy, but for like where I use her right now, especially like clan boss, She has good HP, would like more defense and HP. Overall, just like would like a better build on her. Right now, we're just rocking HP, speed, as much speed really as possible. This piece could definitely afford to be swapped out for something better. I don't know if there is something better because we have a lot of HP on it, but possibly in the speed set, maybe I have something better. We lose 4,000 HP, so I don't know if it's really worth it to swap that out. Maybe eventually I need to look into something like a perception. I actually got this piece. It looks really good. I just did it while we have the CVC going on. That'd be a pretty good piece for Ezio, actually. And then let me see real quick here, because we just completed, we got our Hydra chest. Ooh, protection speed boots. Those are nice. All right, any stone skin? These two are some cells. How about here? Keep that for now. That can be a cell, and that could be good. All right, we'll roll that up as well to 12. All of this is pretty much a cell. Can keep those. They have speed. That one we'll just keep just because cell. Pretty much anything 4 stars an instant sell. As far as like day 23, it's pretty much a sell. Especially since you have the free gear removal. You don't really have to keep all this 4-star stuff. Maybe if you didn't have the gear removal, it'd be worth it to keep it, just because it would cost a lot. All right, looking for speed here. This is pretty good all around. So let's go to 12 because I need to save some silver. Okay, that's not bad. Crit rate, double on speed here, a speed roll. I would say that's a pretty good piece. And what is stone skin? It gives you HP and res. Starting out. All right, just looking at our other champions here, we have Ezio, who I may look to put that piece that we just got, perception piece, on. Right now, he's about the same as Corvus, like 76 crit damage, or crit rate, some decent crit damage, decent accuracy to do dungeons and stuff, decent defense, attack, pretty low HP. I just kind of re-geared him yesterday as well. Nope, not that piece. So this one, I would lose a lot of speed though, but that's because I'm breaking up the speed set. I wonder if I do in the fitting room here. Let's put that on him. We'll take that away. Even something like this would be cool as well, but probably not the best. Could be a helmet I use for Corvus, but then I'd break up his Slayer set. He's got his 4-piece Slayer. This piece could be good. It's 4-star, but not terrible. If I did something like that, even with it at 4-star, I don't lose that much HP. I lose about 3,000, but I could get it back if I upgrade this to 16. I lose some speed. I get a lot of crit rate. I lose some crit damage. I get some more accuracy. Because mainly here we're looking for more accuracy. I think that kind of gets the job done, but maybe something I look to swap later would be nice. I have this Savage glove. I got it in the market yesterday. It wasn't that expensive. It was less than $1 mil, but it was crit damage and it had crit rate accuracy. So I figured that would be a good, solid 6-star piece for us to bring on. Anything from here? Absolutely not. The blue Relentless, I hate it. It always is absolute shit. Let's see anything else gear-wise. Probably not. We're just doing the Fire Knight. We're going to do the fusion for now, and then see if we can actually do the fusion, Let's check out a couple more champions here. We have Pelops, basically just HP and speed. Nothing else really noteworthy. Same with Dagor. Just, I don't have his gear on. I have it on Farrakhan right now for Fire Knight because he's better in Fire Knight. But essentially just slap this gear on Tagore, and that's what we're looking like with him. And then I have Venomage, Bellower at 50. Oh yeah, that's right. So I pulled some voids, and it didn't go that great. I got Bellower, I got her and her, Suai and Harkin. Harkin is okay, I guess. Has a debuff spread, which is kind of cool. Pretty mid. I don't know if she'll get a lot of use, possibly. Suai, also very mid. I don't know if I will use either of them, maybe as a faction war champion, but maybe not. I have enough chickens here to make a 6-star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have tons of food down here that I've been working on. I have tons of these. I'm just waiting for a champion training, and we will use all that up. So here we have the Demon Lord, more specifically the Tainted Demon Lord, aka the Taint Lord, aka the Gooch Lord, aka what the fuck? Who named this thing? Fucking Taint Lord. So for the old Taint Master here, we have 12 million. I need to see if I can try and hit 25 mil on here. I don't know if it's possible. We have 8 million here, 2.2 million here, and then these ones I can't do. That we don't have the champions to do. But we're kind of like at the max of what I can do. We have 3 weeks left. I don't know. I'd have to pull more champions to be able to do more damage, which kind of sucks. So like kind of what you see is what you get with this. Our account isn't progressed enough to push into this stuff. Would love that right there, that little mythical book. But we're going to get a sacred hopefully soon. And that will help us. Hopefully we could get it for the summon rush, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. 4 sacreds, 1 void, and 38 ancients. And then referral wise, have not been pushing these really much at all. I got one of them and I burned it. I have 1, 2 voids left I can get. Getting the sacreds here would be about impossible. It would take way too long. Here's how we're looking with the stones. Our clan boss team. For clan boss, we are hitting Nightmare, and we did, this is our best key so far, 34.3 million. We were like 5 million away from a 1 key. I tried doing ultra and we only hit like 10 mil, so not quite there. That would be about 7 keys. So yep, that ain't gonna happen. So we're getting there eventually. I don't have War Master on him. I have it on everybody else. Maybe I need to look at swapping Tagore out with somebody else. Definitely would help to get some finished booking Corvus and then get books into these two. So that's what we're looking at there. Chimera, we did about 11 mil with 3 trials, and then about 6.29 mil for Chimera on normal. Hydra, we did the max chest. We didn't do that much over the max chest though. But if you look here, that's fine. I have the quick battle available now. So that's how you know I did the max chest. Doom Tower. For the Doom Tower, we were stuck right here for like 2 days. And then I finally was able to beat it with Ezio. I got his 3-star, his 3rd star, 3rd soul, I guess you could say. I got his 3rd soul, and then I also put a amulet on him, and we were able to do it with the golden elixir. It took like 15 minutes. We should be able to beat this tomorrow, and then we should be able to get up to 119. And then the last one, I believe, is the Frost Spider. And we should be able to beat the Frost Spider. We haven't really had much difficulty with it so far. We'll pick up another void on the way. So this is Siege. Our clan is now level 5. We went up against a level 4, and they just kind of edged us out a little bit by about 1,000. Hopefully the next siege, we had a lot of people that were like level like 44, 43, 42. Hopefully the next siege will be better. And let's see our members here. We have most people up to 45 now. We got some new people in here. So this is what the old clan is looking like. Need to get everybody up to 45 so they can participate in the siege with us. For the Arbiter missions, we're on this one. I just was able to start doing some of these again. The last one I did was like win 5 magic spirit potion or superior potions. So tomorrow, or tonight I should say, we'll be able to do this one, and then this should be pretty easy. And then we'll do some force the next day. We'll have to wait a day and do this on Sunday. This should be pretty easy. This one should be almost done. I have one of them up to 4. I'll get one more up to 4. Easy, easy. This one should be easy. That should be easy. That should be easy. And then Fuse Relic Keeper. And we'll get 1 void, 2 voids along the way. Hopefully get a void from Doom Tower. And then I have 2 voids I can get from the referral. So that will give us 5 extra voids. So I can have 6 plus the 1 sacred. So we're looking at 5 sacreds and 6 voids to do the summon rush. So hopefully that's enough. Now we could also get another sacred from here, and then we can get another sacred from here. As you can see, I'm at 250 out of 252. So if we slide over here, I've beat it. It beat it in 2 minutes 35 seconds. Unfortunately, they did a buff to Krutraxa, and she is kind of insane. I will show you. And we sometimes I lose it on the even the first 2 waves. I don't even make it to the boss. It's pretty difficult. I don't know if I need better gear or what. I'm not sure. If we could beat it right now, that would be sick. Let's see. But basically, Krutraxa goes literally insane. Even if I kill her, she goes insane, and it's not a good time. So basically, we do this. I put her in her second form because she could do the decreased defense and the block buffs. The Hellgazers hit pretty hard. I do have a sleep I could use on them. But with the poisons on this, it'll wake them up from sleep. Oh, no. I needed that one to die. We'll do a kill there. We'll do a kill there. They'll die from the poisons. Hopefully get our turn cycled back around. I need to have her take another turn before them. Okay. Okay, she takes another turn. We don't have any poisons out. I need a lot of sleeps here. I get enough. We're going to save the other abilities. We don't want them to wake up yet. Now they wake up. Corvus A3. Need her to transform. We should have enough to get an extra turn. So we'll attack, heal up, get another turn, put our stone skin on, because he's going to try and put his bombs and stuff on us. I think I actually should have waited, which is okay. No, it's fine. We want him to die, but I don't know if he will just die from the poisons, which he probably will. She may be low enough to die from poisons, so we'll attack the other 2. He dies, that's okay. We'll pick you right back up. We're at about 2 minutes now. We just need to A1 our way through to the next stage. And then I'm going to switch her form again when we get to the next stage. and then I'll have to swap her back again really quick. So actually swap her over now so that we have enough so that we can swap her into the other form next round, which I think I waited a little too long. Come in with that move. I don't really want to attack the more 2 yet. If he does his peril, we're screwed. He doesn't. I want to sleep. Krutraxa, please. Thank you. We don't want to wake them up, so we're just going to hit him. I want her to switch. I want her to put on the stone skin. Only a 1 turn. It would have been better if it was 2. Since he has the perfect veil on, I can do this and more too. If he does his ability on us, it won't matter. If he does the peril, oh, now it will matter. All right, now we have to really hope that he doesn't do his skill or we're screwed. And we're screwed. I was like a turn early on putting the stone skin on. That's fine. We'll finish it out just because whatever. But yeah, this is where I'm at. It's just going to take me a minute to get a sacred. And as you can see, Krutraxa is going insane. Can we beat it? Yeah, we'll beat it. But it's close. It's like if I don't mess up that turn with the stone skin there, but it's kind of hard because if I attack the more 2, he could use his other secret skills that he gains turn meter. So maybe he gains turn meter when I hit him with the A1 and I don't get to use the stone skin anyway. But that's where we're at with that. Hopefully I can get it. If I really need to get the sacred, then I can try and do it. But we'll see. All right, and then I guess last but not least, we have CVC going on. Our team here is dominating. Shout out to the clan. Ink, Immortal, Don, Filthy, Free to Play, Mustafa, Ice Fang, Zolarik, Nut, aka Pearl, aka Peaches. We got Mad Chic, Pedregal, Enzo. We got Dimitri, Exo. We got ReRollDosia, Lucas, Sinray, Skies, The Goat, Jagar, Narmops, Obi-Wan Shirobi, that's a cool name. Wonder who that could be. Arcoball, someone who's no longer a clan member. Kuraman, player 126595015, and Karma. Interesting. Said someone who's not a clan member. Ooh, we're at 29. Spot open. RRRRX. Hit me up. All right, that's all I got, though. Catch you in the next one. Peace.